Okay, today we're going to start 3D modeling the connector in OnShape. So if we go back to OnShape, we're going to create a new document. So now we have our workspace loaded. Let's jump over to AutoCAD just to delve into the drawing itself. So we've got a few basic pieces of geometry here that we want to break down. Lots of dimensions, but that's okay. We'll work through them one at a time. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to do our extrusion across the object in this direction. So we want to model this face in our sketch. And while this isn't one solid face, in other words, not one flat face, what we can do is we can actually create the 3D feature up here, this radius here, after the fact. So what we'll do is we'll treat this rounded face as if it were squared up. So if we were to square this 1/2 inch radius up, it would be 1/2 inch from here to the center line, and then another 1/2 inch from here to the top. So it's going to be 1 inch tall. The width across the top here, if we look, is 1 inch. Our height, I know it's a little bit hard to make out here. The height is 1.5 inches from this corner to that corner. So our total height is 1.5 inches. Let's start breaking down this like backwards L shape. We've got a 1/4 inch wide piece of material here. Again, the same height, 1.5 inches. And then our length here is 1.75 inches along the bottom. And then the height there is 1/4 inch as well. Again, the thickness of the material. So let's just start drawing that basic shape. So let's draw our backwards L first. So we'll select our front plane. We'll do a new sketch. It will look normal to the face. And we'll just kind of draw our backwards L. It doesn't really matter where, but we do want to make sure everything's sort of lined up as best we can. Horizontal, vertical, etc. Okay. So we've got our backwards L. And again, we want to treat this piece as if it's a rectangle, and kind of we'll add the rounded features later. So again, it's 1 inch tall by the total width is 1 inch, but that includes our 1/4 inch of material, so 3/4 inch. We'll just take our rectangle here and we'll just sort of add it on. All right, so now we want to make this one solid piece. We're going to use our trim tool to remove the line between these two pieces here. And let's start dimensioning. So this is going to be, again, 1.75 inches. From here to here is going to be 1/4 inch. Our height is going to be 1/4 inch as well. From here to here is going to be 1 inch. And then from here to here is also going to be 1 inch. And what we want to do before we move on is we want to just check and make sure that nothing can be moved here. We'll just grab a couple of these lines, move it left or right, move it up and down. Okay, so we missed a dimension, and that's okay. Our total height is what we're missing if we look. So we want to know from here to here is supposed to be 1.5 inches. Again, kind of confirm that. That's right here. All right, so I believe that is all of our dimensions. So again, we'll kind of pull on things and move them around. What I like to do is sort of dimension off of the center point. So we can dimension from here to here. We'll just make it, again, that dimension doesn't actually matter. And we'll pick a horizontal line and our center point and make a vertical dimension here. So everything is turned black now. So that means we know we properly dimensioned all of our stuff. So we can click Finish Sketch, and we're just going to right click and turn this a little bit. And now we can extrude it. So we're going to click on Extrude. I'm going to select our profile. And I like to do things symmetrically, so it's switch blind to symmetric. Now, what's our depth here? What do we need to make this? Just happens to be that this depth is 1 inch right here. So we'll switch to 1 inch, and it's already there. Click Check. So now we want to start defining this radius curve here. So what is the radius? The radius is 1/2 inch. We can actually just kind of look at the bottom here. And we're going to use the fillet tool. So select fillet. We'll change our radius to 1/2 inch. And we'll just click very closely, just click just on the edges. Some people accidentally click on the face and it tries to fillet a whole bunch of stuff. So if I like click on this face, you see what it's going to do here. Causes an error. So we don't want that to happen. So let's just go back here again, switch it to 1/2 inch. We'll just click just our 2 edges, and they should make that nice, fully rounded off semicircle shape there. Okay. All right, so most of the 3D work is done in terms of adding material. We just need one more feature here that I haven't mentioned yet, and that's the boss. So the boss is like the opposite of a hole. It's a protrusion that's cylindrical in shape, whereas a hole is a removal of material that's cylindrical in shape. We're adding material that's cylindrical in shape here. So we look, our boss is 3/4 of an inch in diameter, so that means this circle, 3/4 of an inch. It's 1/8 of an inch high. And the boss fillet, the fillet there, is also 1/8 of an inch. So it's going to kind of meet up with our boss that we make. So in order to make that, we're going to click right on the top here. We're going to create a new sketch. We'll click on top. And then we will draw a circle. And I'm purposely not lining things up with the center, even though they do get lined up with the center. It's up to you. So this is going to be 3/4 of an inch in diameter. And we want to position it left to right. So here, going to be 1/2 inch from there, and then it's also going to be 1/2 inch from this edge as well, and that is done. Simple. So now we can extrude our boss and get this oriented properly so it's a little bit easier to see. So we'll click extrude. We'll click on the boss. Now, obviously we don't want it that tall. If we go back, this says that it wants to be 1/8 of an inch high. So we will type in 1/8 here and click accept. There we go. So there is our boss. Again, it's just a cylindrical protrusion from the top surface there. And then we want to add our boss fillet. So we're going to use the fillet tool. The boss fillet in the note says it's 1/8 of an inch in radius as well. So we'll select our radius. We'll set that to 1/8 of an inch. We'll click right here. And we can see it basically encompasses, if we add that 1/8 of an inch, didn't want to zoom out there, our fillet basically encompasses the entire top. And that's the intention with this part. So orient this. There we go. That's a much better orientation. And we'll accept that. Now we're ready to start adding our holes. So the hole on the left side here toward the back is centered up left to right. And that's noted by this 1/2 inch dimension here. Again, the total is 1, so 1/2 of a 1/2. And then we are 1/2 an inch in from the back left edge here. So we're going to essentially right on the surface, we're going to make a point. So new sketch. Go to the top here. Again, we're centered up, so we can actually use our alignment with the center point here to make our point. And then rather than 2 dimensions, we just need to add 1. So from this edge to here, it's going to be 1/2 an inch. And we'll finish our sketch. And we will come in with the hole tool. All right, we will click on our point just to get our hole positioned properly. Now our diameter of this hole is 3/8 in diameter. So we will set that 3/8. We want this to be a through hole. So that eliminates a number that we need to type in. And there we go. Our hole is positioned. Now, we've got 2 more holes. We've got one through the top here and one through the front. It's the relationship between these holes is that they meet. So it's like a T shape. This hole goes all the way through, as it's labeled as a through hole. Then this hole just comes down until it meets this hole. So the 1/4 inch hole comes down until it meets that. So let's start with the bigger one first. So we're going to go to the front, new sketch. And because everything's nice and centered up, we just happen to have a center point there, and it's kind of working out for us. But if it wasn't there, we could also hover over the edge of the radius and get this little square to come up. And that would also position our point in the center of the radius because the hole is concentric with the radius. So we'll finish our sketch, click on the hole tool, and we will, looks like we've got a through hole. What's our diameter? 3/8 of an inch. We will select our point here and click the checkbox and just verify that it's going all the way through. Okay. And last but not least, right up here on the top, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take a point and hover over the edge of the circle. And again, wait until that kind of gold colored box pops up. We'll put our point there. No need to dimension it at that point because it's related to the center of that circle. And now we can use our hole tool again. Now this hole's a little different. It's a 1/4 inch in diameter and 5/8 of an inch deep. So we want to make sure it's not set through but blind. We'll click on our hole and we will set our diameter to be 0.25 and 5/8 of an inch in depth, which is already set to, and click the checkbox. And just the last thing to verify before this is done is we want to make sure that that top hole comes down into this hole but then doesn't continue through. If you had a hole going all the way through, then that would be a problem. We don't have that problem though. So that is the connector.